Ralph Peterson, my man. Words that come to mind when I think of Ralph is warrior.
I would say he's a great drummer.
Powerful. Inventive.
Thoughtful. Inspirational.
A teacher, family.
Spontaneity. Ingenious. Realness.
Fearless.
He's bold, he's passionate.
He was a fighter. He was determined never to give up, and he fought to the end, even with doctors giving him the prognosis that they gave him. He was determined to fight.
And he's a fighter, for sure. I remember the high regard that legendary drummers held him in. I was fortunate enough to play with Art Blakey and Elvin Jones. Art had very high regard for Ralph. And I remember playing at the Blue Note in Elvin's last few years, and he wasn't feeling well. He had Ralph on standby in case he couldn't make it through the set, and Ralph wound up playing a song or two that set. So it told me a lot that Elvin felt that if he couldn't make it through the set, he wanted Ralph as backup.
I think Ralph and I had a mutual respect and love for each other, and I think we came from similar type of backgrounds. And Ralph used to have a name he used to call me when he would see me. He called me Lumberjack. Ralph, my man.
Ralph was a complex person, complex individual whose drumming was extremely complex. To be honest, I don't think we've caught up to his drumming yet.
I've got many different feelings about Ralph. That would take all the time to really explain. He was all those things and more.
And he was focused on, bettering himself as a musician, bettering himself as a human being, as a black man, as a father, as a husband.
He would remember people's birthdays and things like that. I always admired that. And he also had a way of making you feel special. As a musician or as a person, he'd find things that you excelled in, or he thought that these were attributes that only you would carry, and he'd kind of let you know that he noticed those type of things.
I just want to share with you my first experience playing with Ralph. I was about 21 at Berkeley, maybe 20. I put my bass in a bass locker, and he happens to walk by, and he looks at me and says, "What are you doing right now?" I believe I had a class, but I was like, "Nothing." He said, "Come to my office. Come to my office in 10 minutes." So I show up to his office, and we start playing right away. He starts playing the trumpet, and we play some drums. And then after about 20, 30 minutes, he looks at me and says, "What are you up to this weekend? I got a gig for you." And then the rest is history.
Ralph liked to hold court. His ensemble was always a spectacle. That's what we call it. And so we're playing. Ralph is sitting at his desk listening, and he's watching it. And he gets up and he starts to walk around. He kind of comes into the center of the circle, and he decides to lay down in front of the drums like this. And Ralph goes, "Hey, y'all putting me to sleep. Stop dragging," and it gets him, "Ah!"
And he loved to teach people, whether it had to do with any aspect of life, whether it be music or just dealing with adversity or whatever issues. Ralph was a little blessed in that sense, and I've learned so much from him, and I'm certainly going to miss him, but I'm so happy that he left us such a legacy for not only my generation, but generations to come.
I miss him. I miss him so much. Ralph was a really singular person. He was the hardest working, most dedicated person I've ever known. He worked through his illness like nothing. he produced more work than the majority of my healthy clients. He was putting out music constantly, touring constantly. I mean, he was so strong and such a force.
I'm Duane Eubanks, and I'm honored to take part in this dedication to the great Ralph Peterson, a man who dedicated his life to music and was an integral part of modern-day jazz drumming and composition. I was grateful to tour the world with him, record with him, and most importantly, learn from him.
I didn't have a chance to be with him on the bandstand too much, but you know, the times we did have, it was very memorable, and I learned a lot, both during the gig and after the gig.
We just got to continue to say his name, speak his name. Just continue to keep his legacy alive. We gonna hold you down while you on your journey.
Ralph Peterson always played his truth with the utmost dedication. I love you, Ralph. Please.
Ralph Peterson was a force for good. He left an indelible mark on the history of this art form. I'm confident that he'll be remembered as a pillar of his generation. Peace, love, and blessings, brother. We love you, Ralph. Onward and upward.
Love you, Ralph. Onward and upward.
Ralph, I love you. Onward and upward.
I love you, Ralph. Onward and upward.
I love you, Ralph. Onward and upwards.
I love you, Ralph Peterson. Onward and upward, Ralph P.
I love you, Ralph. Onward and upward.
Yeah, thank you so much. I love you, Ralph. Onward and upward.
Love you so much, man. Onward and upward.
Love you, Ralph. Onward and upward.
So we love you, Ralph. Onward and upward.
I love you, Ralph. Onward and upward.
That being said, we miss you, Ralph. We love you. Onward and upward.